Hi, I'm Abby from You Baby Me Mummy and welcome back to Blog Fix Friday. Blog Fix Friday is where I share a quick tip or trick about blogging that will hopefully make your life a lot easier. This week I have a question from Laura, who blogs over at the Butterfly Mum, and she asked me if I have any adverts on my blog. If so, what are they? And she's had a few people inquire and she doesn't really know anything about advertising, and could I just share anything I know? So I will. I used to have an advert on my blog. At the top it was a video ad, and it did actually start causing my blog a bit of trouble, so I took it off. And basically Laura wanted to know about some of the terminology that's used in advertising as well. So quite a lot of advertisers might mention above the fold, and that's just a term that's come from newspapers, whereas if you imagine the newspaper folded up with the header, the banner header across the top, it's any advert that you can see without undoing the, lifting it up and unfolding the newspaper. So it's all the top half of the paper. So imagine that in a blog, it's the top half that you can see on the screen before you have to scroll down. So I hope that makes sense, and that's kind of a premium real estate position on your blog. So people might talk about banners, and they're the ones that go straight across the page. So you can have banners at the top of your blog, you could have it above your header, you could have it under your header, you could have it across posts. They're still banner ads if they go right across. You could have it above your footer. And there again, that's kind of a prime real estate section of your blog. So make sure when you're thinking about, as with everything blogging related and finances, there's no set fee to this. I always think that if we're talking about display ads, which is another thing that people might mention, display ads are kind of a boxed ad that can appear within your text, but primarily in your sidebar or on your footer. They might be kind of square or rectangular-ish, but they're definitely not a banner, right the way across advert. A sort of 300 by 300 pixel, which is kind of roughly a sidebar size, or 250. I would say that you would look at your DA, your domain authority, and say if you had 30, I would say per month you would take £10 for every 10 and then put 10 on top. So that's just a rough guide. So I would say if you have a DA of 30, you should be looking at about £40 a month for a sidebar ad. But that is literally just a figure that I've kind of come to over looking at what people charge. You might be able to say it's plus 20 and it's £50 a month, but if you have 6 month prepaid up front, you can have it for £40 a month or whatever. So always do a negotiation. But I think the thing to remember with advertising is some advertising is fine, but you don't want it to start impacting on the experience that your readers have when they come to your blog. So sidebar ads are less intrusive, and that's fine as long as the sidebar isn't totally full and cluttered with sidebar ads. And actually a banner or a sidebar ad is, in most cases, if it's a direct from a business or an agency that are paying you a monthly fee to have it, they're brilliant. That's great income for you. If it's a sidebar ad or any ad that's pay per click, or you're going to get a couple of pence every time someone clicks through on that ad. So you have to weigh up whether you have enough traffic to make that worthwhile. So I know that I wouldn't do that, because even though I've got quite a lot of traffic, I might make a few pence a month, whereas really those adverts could potentially turn off some people. That is more important to me than the few pence per month. So I hope that kind of makes sense. It's totally a judgment call. I would always go for the sponsored content or even the affiliate links. So that's another type of advert that I wanted to go on and talk about. So we've done above the fold, that's before you scroll down or before you unfold your newspaper. Display adverts, you can have inline or text adverts, and that would be, for example, you would just highlight one word, and that word would be the link to another. So it's like a sponsored post, but it's just the link, it's just the traffic. So that might be a pay per click, or it might be any sort of advert, but it's just within your post. The main advert that's done like that is either from Google AdSense or Amazon affiliates is the main one. So you would say, I've used my Canon camera to take this picture today, and you would find the link for your Canon camera from Amazon affiliates. You would put it in that link. You would highlight that that is an affiliate link, and if someone buys that camera through that link, you will make some money. But never use affiliate links for things that you don't use yourself or you wouldn't recommend, because that's just dishonest. You've got to say, you know, you've got to be recommending it really to do it in an ethical way, I think. So, but there's no harm in using affiliate links at all. What you might find is other bloggers' products have a better conversion rate, a better kind of commission rate than just standard affiliate programs. So some affiliate programs might be, there's affiliate windows, there's skim links, there's loads of them that you can look into, but they might give you, I don't know, about 7% on a purchase. Whereas if you look at something like, for example, Digital Photography School, I think they have a book that you can be an affiliate for. And obviously if you've read the book and you like photography, this is relevant. But sometimes other bloggers' products are kind of 40% of commission. So I'd always look for things, as long as it makes sense for you and your blog, but I'd look for, you're giving away space on your blog, so you want to make sure you have a return for it. So I'd be wary of anything that's pay-per-click, or I don't think they give you enough value unless you're having millions of hits a day, which, come on, we can all dream, but we're not there yet. So that's what I'd think of. I'd go down the Google AdSense. That's fine to put in your footer or your sidebar or even a banner. People, that then will pick up what people's browsing history is and will put the products that they've recently looked at into those adverts. So that can be a really good way of getting them to buy something that they might have already looked at before. But the thing to be wary about that is, what I did the other day on someone's blog is that they flashed up a skirt or a pair of shoes that I've been looking at, and I went through the link, but then I forgot about the blog. So that's just something to bear in mind. I went on and I bought something, I think, from the shop, so they'll get the commission from it, but they also lost the reader because I completely went down the rabbit warren of the internet and forgot where I was. So Google AdSense is a good one because it links to their history, and Amazon affiliates is a good one because you can link. Amazon is so big and everyone shops at Amazon, so you can link anything that you are talking about. You'll be able to find an Amazon link for it. And also, if you put a link, say, to a book on your blog, and I go in to look at that book but then think, I don't really want to buy that, but maybe the next day I go to Amazon and buy a fridge freezer or something that we need, you will get commission on my fridge freezer. So that's something, there's a window, and I think somebody's mentioned it's 3 days. I'm not sure whether it's quite that long, but there is a window, whereas anything I buy, having gone through your blog, even if I don't go through your blog the second time, you will still get the commission on it. So that is a quick, not very quick, overview of advertising. Just be wary, you're giving space on your blog, and it is prime real estate that you're giving away on your blog. So make sure that you get something back from it, or think, maybe I don't want to have that space given away to that. Maybe I'll try and go down a different route of monetization and do more sponsored content or whatever, but just go careful with the adverts, it would be my advice. And I would stick to Google AdSense, Amazon affiliates, or another blogger's products that they're selling and they're going to give you a bigger commission for. Think about that you need people to click, and they might click, but will they buy? And if they buy, you want a decent chunk of that money, really, I think. So I hope that's answered the question, Laura, and that's been Blog Fix Friday for this week, and I'll check back with you next week. Bye.